Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Real Estate and Stuff, podcast where we dive deep into the world of real estate investing and the random stuff that makes life interesting. I'm John Whitfield, joined by my only co-host this week, Papa P from Ted Sysops. So this is our holiday episode, so we are not recording live because we are holidaying. But we wanted to talk about capital raising and Facebook ads. Why don't you give us some context what we're going through here?
So I wanted to, I know you're a Facebook savant expert. And so one of the
I
things I
am
got to,
not. Do not contact me for my Facebook savantness. Go ahead.
his email is John, the Facebook savant at gmail.com. Anyway, that's not really his email. But so I got to raise, so basically it's lead gen. But the type of lead gen that you're trying to create are people who are interested in diversifying their portfolio and wanting to invest. So kind of the way I'm looking at this now, it's not about a specific deal because that's kind of like the very end of the funnel. Once I know a bunch of people, whether you're on my newsletter, blog, email list, or whatever, or I just know you personally, like John's on my list, right? I know John for years. If I got a deal, I'm just going to send it out to people like that. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the leads to bring those people in to read my article, follow me on social, talk to me. Okay. So like I made a bunch of videos and like I'm kind of thinking about how this would be set up and I was looking for your advice and trying to figure out where I would lead them to. So like and when I say lead them to, it's like what do they do? Like there's the Facebook, when I click on other investors, they have like these like it's like you click on a post and then it goes to what I think is a Facebook form and it's like 4 questions, multiple choice, you tap 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 tap, fill in your name, your email, and done. And it's like, cool, we'll contact you. And you get an email follow-up or whatever saying thank you for submitting your info, you'll be reached out to. But it's like I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Like a lot of my stuff is like, hey, click if you want to invest with me, click if you want to find out more. So my CTA is about clicking the link to find out more about investing in mobile home parks or passive investing. And then like I have 2 videos that I made that are like, follow me, click to follow me. And then I was thinking like I have another one that's like schedule a call. So I'm thinking about my call to actions and like how to structure them. And then I was thinking I have like these 3 other things. I have like a capital partner network, which is like, hey, if you don't want to invest today, but you want to learn more about it, you can follow me, but join our capital partner network where you get my emails, you get like my case studies, you get stories like we talked about the other week about the inspections, you get real life lessons on investing in mobile home parks as an investor, passive investor, different ways to make money passively. So you could join that. And then I have all these like ebooks. I got a guide on understanding mobile home parks, what it means to be a loan sponsor on a mobile home park, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, well, I got a capital partner network, guidebook, loan sponsor ebook, follow me. And then it's like I got the general like click if you're interested in investing. So like I'm wondering how I structure them and where do they go? Like am I creating a funnel page? Like I was thinking like do I just do the Facebook little 4 questionnaire? Do I do the Typeform one? I use Typeform for a lot of my stuff where like it's like one of those e-forms that you can fill out, makes it real easy from your mobile. And then like, or do I send them to like an actual funnel page? Like for the guidebooks, I feel like I have to send them to a funnel page, like click and fill out your info for this. So I'm wondering, John, and your expertise of like, how do you think I should structure this? And it's like ordering it. And because bro, I have 30 video ads that I made walking through 3 of my different parks or 4 different parks
Can you break
about.
down the content in general? Like, are they?
So I have basically all of them are about investing with me. About 20 of them are about investing with me. If you want to find out how we do what we do, is about 2, 4, 7 of them, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 of them are about find out how mobile home parks could be a great addition to your portfolio. But really, all 3 of those are the same thing if you think about it. Because no one's going to click the button and say they just want to invest today without ever talking to me or meeting me.
Find out why to invest in mobile home parks. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So my CTA is like, hey, if you're interested in finding out how we can help diversify your portfolio with mobile home parks, you ever thought about adding in real estate? Click the link below and find out how.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to understand how we analyze deals or we do our due diligence on parks like these to bring them to passive investors, click the link below and find out. You know, if you want to find out how you could become an investor in this, click the link and find out. But all three of those kind of seem like they're the same call to action. Click and become an investor or talk to me about being an investor. And then I have schedule a call, which is only one video. And then I have 2 videos that are like, hey, you want to find out more about like mobile home parks and what I do? Click the link below, follow me. But I need to go make, so I have not made these videos, but I have my Capital Partner Network video I was going to go make, my 2 guidebook videos I was going to make, which I feel should be some type of funnel page. Because I need to generate massive leads, bro. I'm raising a lot of money and I want to generate hundreds of interested people. Like ideally, I would like to generate 1,000 people across the country who are at least interested in learning, maybe not investing. But the top of the funnel to me is about people who have thought about investing in real estate because they're unhappy with, stocks and 401ks and all of that stuff. So before this video, I went through all my ads and I was watching every one of them to figure out what all my, like the difference between them and how I could structure them.
So if you were to say like the way somebody gets, if you were to plan out the way somebody gets to investing with you, like they start by just maybe following you. That's probably the easiest way,
Yeah,
right?
I feel like you
And
follow
then they
me. Go
get
ahead.
on the email list.
Which is like my Capital Partner Network or just subscribing. You can either just directly subscribe to me or join the Capital Partner Network, which is the same thing. It's just a name for joining, So like it would be click the link and go, you'd be led to my blog and you'd subscribe and you'd be signed up for my newsletters.
And then
And
we've
then,
got like they talk to you.
yeah, like, yes. So once you sign up for the Capital Partner Network, I would be giving you a call. But yeah, otherwise you could schedule a call to find out how, right? So like to find out how we do what we do, find out more about how we can help, find out how you become an investor. I would imagine it's setting up a call. I don't know where, that's my thing is like, I feel like I would have a form where they would answer 4 questions about their liquidity, experience, what they're looking for in time frame. And then from there, I would, like a regular lead, they'd go into a CRM and I'd be calling them until I get to talk to them to vet them. And
You would
then
do that here right when they subscribe.
What do you
You'd
mean?
ask them like their liquidity.
So like, depending on the form. So if you're joining the Capital Partner Network, no, it's more about your experience and what your time frame is. Like, why are you joining? What? Because it's not. This is a no commitment. Being on my email and Capital Partner Network is not about you investing with me. It's simply like, do you have experience? What are you looking to? Why are you joining? You want to learn more? You want to invest? You want to see real deal opportunities? And they click a link. It's not about liquidity. But when you say, I want to find out more about advancing my portfolio. I want to find out how you operate these parks. I want to find out how to be an investor. Those will have the questions. What's your experience? What's your net worth? Are you an accredited investor? How liquid are you? And what's your time frame to want to invest? Because at that point, you're further down the funnel in my mind.
Yeah.
Because if my
Okay.
ad says, find out how to invest with me, you have to be ready to, even if you're not investing, to have the conversation about your qualifications of being investing with me, right?
But
So
they
my
can go straight from the Capital Network to talking to you though, right?
Well, my Capital Network, yeah, they could easily, because when you're on my email list every week, there's a call scheduling button. So every week you get a new story, you get videos or whatever, and it'll say, hey, if you want to find out more about how to, invest, click this link and set up a call.
What would you classify that like other form?
What do you mean? Well,
The
one
one where you're asking liquidity.
that I feel like is just a qualifier. That's a qualifier. I'm qualifying them because if they say they have no money, Well, they don't want to invest. Maybe they should just be a part of my capital partner network to learn as they build up their money, which is
Okay.
why the capital partner network forum is more about why they want to learn, why they're here, what they expect to learn, gain from, what value can I provide them.
Okay. Okay, so if we were to put this kind of content that you've got out here in videos, so what kind of video content equals just like follow me, like just follow me and learn more? Are you literally gonna say follow me?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what my ad says. My CTA is follow me. Follow me, learn more.
All right. And then what are your ads to get them? Is that get the capital partner network is getting an email from them?
Yeah, I basically need them to fill out a form, like my type form. And they
So
would
you
fill out
want to
their email.
do, if you're doing Facebook ads, you want to do native Facebook forms.
Okay, I did not know that.
It's just going to be a better experience and it has better ad tracking.
Cool. I'm writing that down.
Okay. And then getting them to the qualification form. Do you have content there?
Yeah, that's where I have all my videos. I have 30 of them that basically are like, if you want to learn how you can invest with us, click the link, and that'll be that qualifying form, native
Is
Facebook
that find
form.
out what we do as well and find
Yeah.
out why to invest in all
Yeah.
three of those?
Yeah.
Same thing, native Facebook form.
Then the final one would be my guidebooks. And then I have one about scheduling a call, but I feel like maybe I don't need that one because like that would be
No, you do.
very
So you
direct.
want that to retarget anybody who already knows you and is getting your other content.
Somebody who's qualified. Basically,
Yeah.
anybody in the qualified bucket would be like, hey, you're not qualified. We haven't talked. Schedule a call with me. And then from there,
And
the
I wouldn't
final
say
step.
that in your video, but yeah.
Yeah, but then the final step after scheduling a call would be then those people that I've talked to would go into a bucket to be circulated to deals. Any deal opportunities that I have.
Okay, so your guidebooks are interesting.
Yeah.
I would almost make those like a separate funnel.
So I need to create a funnel page, like a ClickFunnels.
Yeah. So I would do like a guidebook video into a guidebook. And then from there, I don't know if they should get the same content as the Capital Network.
I think they should because like it's almost like I thought once you download the guidebook, my follow-up offer would be to join my capital. So hey, you got this guide on becoming a loan sponsor. You're interested. Hey, here it is. It's in your email. By the way, do you want to join my capital partner network to be on my newsletters and to see this and to see this and to see this?
I would do that differently. I would say that if they get your guidebook, they automatically get the emails that you're sending out.
So they automatically
but
join the capital partner. They skip that. They join it without electing to join.
Yeah, and they get this funnel.
So then they go into that funnel.
So let's actually do this. Well, I don't know how to.
That makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking. Yeah.
We're just draw a weird. Hey, no, I don't want to do that. Draw a weird line over here.
Yeah, I get you. You're just duplicating it. Yeah. But like, okay, so then how do you see that page? What's on that page? So what's the prime? What are you putting on that page?
Facebook form?
No, the funnel page.
It's not. I don't think it needs to be complicated at all. Yeah, I would keep it dead simple to
No
increase
follow-up
opt-ins.
offers, no ClickUps, no joining
No, your
this.
follow-up offer, you can send them follow-up offers. This same
No,
content that you would put.
I don't mean that. I mean, you know how like with ClickFunnels, it's like you click something. What is it? Brunson has a name for it. Where
Oh
another.
yeah, like like the one-click upsell kind of deals.
Yeah.
I don't think
Hey,
you need
schedule a
anything there.
call. Hey, do this. Hey, so for me, it'd be join this, schedule a call for list, download another book, do this, do this.
I don't think you really need anything there because, like, I mean, you're dealing with such a different type of personality to like a $99 ebook. Like, these are people that you want to ultimately give you tens of thousands of dollars. So like, you just want them to know you and see who you are, and then move down your pipeline.
Okay.
I don't think you need to trick them into anything.
So then let's say my first one. I'm not doing those the 3 ads, right? The bottom 3. Those things come in after for anybody that's in my capital partner network on my existing email list and all that. That's who gets those 3 invest with us type categories, right?
These
those
ones,
funnels.
yes.
Yeah, those ones. Okay. So everybody else, so I know that audience. That audience is only from the above audience. Okay. How do I define in Facebook the audience for the top of the funnel? Like, because
You're
Facebook's
going super general.
super general.
Yeah, I mean, you know who the type of people that you're talking with, so you can narrow down the demographics. And then that's where, like, top of funnel is always where a lot of your tests are going to come into play. You start broad, you start to see what works, and you can run multiple tests. So you could start to say, like, you could look at like multiple interests. So like, what do you like, some of the things that you think these people would be interested in their life that they are involved in on Facebook, and you start to target those and see if you get people that convert that way.
But my ads aren't targeting them. It's the audiences that are. So like my ad, let's just say I want to get rich people, 200K plus, maybe doctors or lawyers. My ad's not going to be like, hey, for all you doctors and lawyers out there are so busy doing this, click this. I'll allow my ads to find that audience and I'll allow Facebook to find those people, but my ad won't single them out in any way.
Except to the point where you can run multiple ads around the content, right? So obviously don't call them out and stuff, but like pain points, like you could talk about, like, what is it that you do invest in, or like, I don't know how to phrase it, but you probably
get what you're saying. Yeah, it's like, because that's kind of what I'm thinking. So instead, if we're talking top of funnel, I have my join my capital partner network or download guidebook. So what you're saying basically is, if I'm joining the capital partner network, I'd be like, man, are you tired of only having a 401k? Are you constantly worried that you're not going to retire with enough? Hey, are you getting to the age where you're worried about what type of income you're going to generate after you're no longer working? Well, listen, if you're interested, we have this thing called Mobile Home Parks. Hey, it's a lot to cover right now, but I've made a guidebook that you could click below to find out how it could benefit you, or blah, blah, blah. Hey, I've got a book comparing mobile home parks to stocks and why mobile home parks might be the better retirement asset for you. Click the link below. And so I go through pain points.
Yeah, or
like
even
that.
just returns. Like, you could do return language too. Like,
But,
that's
so again,
conversations I've been having.
pain videos, not audience videos.
Yeah. And then you start to figure out, okay, like, so the way it would work is you define an audience, right? So you say, like, okay, here's my general audience. Here's like a little bit more specific audience. I feel like rich people would be involved in this or whatever. And then you run the same ads to both audiences. And so what you'll start to see is which ad gets the most conversion and which audience gets the most conversion. And then you can start to narrow down your top of funnel and invest more into one thing that specifically works. Does that make sense? Because if you were running like retirement to one audience, and then you were running like stocks versus mobile home parks to the other, that's not a good test.
You're running both of them to the same. So, and when we say, can we clarify what we mean by audience when we're talking about Facebook, like the audience? You're talking about when I go in and I select age, demographics, race, ethnicity, religion. I don't know. I don't think you could do that, but whatever it is, they've become really strict when it comes to
They have become a lot stricter.
Yeah. But you get the idea. Like, I'm picking demographics, state, location, and all that. And I'm like, okay, so I want people from the age of like 30 to 75 or whatever, you know, like these are the, okay.
Yep.
And so,
Yep.
so my next question then is like, how many, so obviously I gotta, making videos is easy for me. I'll just like walk out because I'm not making them polished. These are
Right.
like raw videos where I'm literally just walking around by myself through my mobile home parks doing this. I got 30 of them. How many do you run at one time?
I mean, a lot of people would say 30, but it all depends on your ad budget.
Oh,
So you want to be able to have like a good penetration with your ads. And so it will give you a suggestion of like, okay, to get good results with this, then you want this kind of budget. So you extrapolate that out and you say, okay, for this month, I want to spend $200 on this funnel. So that's $50 per ad. And then from there you say, okay, of these 4, this one is the winner. Let's try 3 more this next month. And so you just, yeah, it's all based off of budget and what you want to spend. If you have limited budget, you could run them all at the same time. But if you don't have, if you have limited budget, then you're going, if you try to run them all at the same time, you'll never get the penetration to understand if they work.
So what about the follow me ones? Where do those fit in?
I think same thing. That's general audience.
So, but is that above the funnel for the CPN? Because then I would add those into my audience. Anybody following me to join my CPN. So basically,
right, yeah. So there's what we don't have, and I don't know how to quite put it into this graph. Is you would do retargeting ads for everybody. So if somebody watches a guidebook video and they make it 75% plus through the video, you are retargeting them with more guidebook videos to get them to actually convert, and then they move into that audience.
So do the videos for retarget, let's just say you click a link. Let's say all my guidebook videos are like this, every one of them. Hey, are you tired of blank? I made a book about blank. Click the link below. Okay. You click, but you don't download. Now, are my other videos like, hey, are you tired of this? Blank. Click the link below. I made a book. Blank. Or is it like this? Hey, seems like you're interested, but you were too afraid to click the link and download the button. I know it's you, buddy. Click the link.
So one of the best like Facebook ads guys that I've seen lately, that's what he does. I accidentally clicked on one of his links once. And that's exactly what he did in his retargeting videos. Hey, I saw you were interested in this, but you didn't fill out the form or you didn't book a call with me. And then you kind of do a sales pitch of why they should. And that's the kind of retargeting that they get. Now, the difference to that is like if somebody's following you, the retargeting ads to the following ones could just be the guidebook top of funnels. Like you don't need to retarget.
That's what I wrote here is I was thinking if you follow me, you then go into the pain videos for the CPN and the guidebook.
Yes.
And so if you go to my CPN native form and you don't fill it out, now I'm like, hey, what was the matter with joining the Capital Partner Network? You got close to clicking the link and, you know, I didn't want to bother you, but I figured I'd put this here. Here's why you need to do it, blah, 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 blah. Give it a second thought. Click the link below.
Yeah, so you do a lot of, and these are all called custom audiences through here, right? And so
I remember that, yeah.
So you would have following custom audience. Do red. So you're gonna have a following custom audience. You're gonna have a watched 75% plus of guidebooks. You're gonna have a went to guidebook, didn't submit. You're gonna have watched 75% of CPN. And then you're gonna have
fill out the form for the CPN.
Yep. Went to CPN, didn't submit.
And then you're gonna have. Let me see if I'm picking this up. So it's the same thing. Watched my Invest With Us videos because all 3 of those are the same. Watched our Invest With Us videos.
Well, you have first off, you have your on CPN network.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah.
And then yes, then you're gonna have watched 75% of investing with me. I'm making this all weird looking, but
I'm writing it down. I'm digging this. Dude, this is gold for anybody watching, trying to raise some money. This is like a masterclass right now.
Watch 75%, and I'm out of free shapes. No. And then so you'll have watching 75% of find out why to invest. Then you will have went to the interested in investing but didn't submit. And then you will have an interested in investing audience. You'll have a people who watch 75% of schedule a call video, people that went to the schedule a call but didn't call. You'll have people that you have an audience of people that talk to you. And then you'll have an audience of validated prospective partners. Those are the ones you could send deal opportunities to.
So after people I talk to, it's just verified people.
Yeah, you don't want to retarget people on the deal opportunities. Those are just going to be reach because that audience will be so small.
I'm just basically, I just keep. They're just going to keep getting the same ads over and over. They're just going to see, here's my deal, here's my deal, here's my deal, here's my deal. It's funny. So hang on a second, keep talking. Let me just finish this. People who watch 75% of what was it? People. So we had interested investing. People who watch 75% of investing.
Yeah, the investing with me, find out what we do, find out why to invest in mobile home parks. All those people you'll retarget.
Oh, schedule a call. I mean, schedule 75 a schedule a call.
Yeah, that's another video, and then that's the same. That's a page too. Yeah, I didn't have a page on this one, but yeah, it's a page.
So real quick before I say what I was going to say, for the following, should I have the same thing for people following, or do I just keep sending them? I don't need to retarget the people who go to my profile but don't follow.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't retarget those people. No,
because I was thinking.
I don't even know if you can retarget that kind of thing.
I was also thinking about like, what about pixels on my websites?
Yeah, those are definitely, yeah, you can do people, you can pixel on your website. And the interesting thing, and when you make all of these audiences, you start to have to exclude them, right? Because so you only want somebody to be essentially in one audience
as they're going down the audience. I'm trying to trickle them down the audience. But like if you go to my website, I guess I don't need it. I was just thinking, but what about the people who go to my website but they don't follow me and they're not in any other my audiences?
No, I would still pixel. So you could pixel your audience.
So pixel it and drop them in that bucket?
In this bucket here.
So not following? Oh, put them in that? Why wouldn't I start them at the top of the funnel?
Because they're already way more engaged than people you find on social media.
So have my pixel drop into the interested investing bucket?
Yeah. Or you could do the Capital Partner Network. That one's fine too.
But I don't actually have their email though at this point. So isn't the goal? I thought my goal, so for those people, if I don't have their email, isn't my goal to get them on the Capital Partner Network so I could collect their email? So then I can actually put them on my email list so they know, like, and trust me. Because that's the thing with money. So the reason why I started this weekly blog and my websites and all this stuff is because in my social is before you're going to give me money, you're going to watch me for a month or 2 months. You're going to have to see all my stuff. So like, I can't just say, hey, you want to invest with us? It's like, oh, I've read 3 months of Brandon's blog. Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm ready to talk to him.
Yeah.
So drop them in. So I'll drop them into so basically they'll be following. So what's between, I got following, watch 75% of guidebook, went to guidebook, didn't submit a guidebook, and then I went straight to watch 75 of CPN. What's between the guidebook and the CPN?
People that are on the CPN network are getting your interested in investing qualifier.
Well, no, but before you join my CPN, you're downloading the guidebooks, right? So if you don't download it, I keep retargeting you until you do download it. Once you download it, what group are you in?
Oh, they go straight into interested in investing. So they're already subscribed to CPN. Because they're already subscribed to the Capital Partner Network. Remember we talked about it. So when they download the guidebook, they automatically get the CPN network. They're already going to get those emails. So now the next thing that you're going to want to do is, are they interested in investing? Because like to make them opt in twice for the type of people that you're doing would be a waste.
So
of
then,
money.
but then I would need a custom audience to get this. I would need a separate audience for people who go to my site or go to my page and don't follow me to then be targeted for the CPN. So I call it non-CPN people.
Yeah.
Because
But
then from there, so if you skip everything else, you go into the non-CPN audience, you get those, and then you go into the watch 75%, did not submit the form. Now you're on the CPN network audience. Then you watch 75% of the invest with it, and you're going down that. So I'll just add in, and this audience will only be for the pixels. All my pixels will drop into here.
Yeah, and you would put exclusion audience. You'd put exclusion statements on that audience. Make sure that they are not already in these other buckets. You have to do that the whole way through. The best way to start is to say, like, here are the broad groups of people that I have, right? So there's my so you're gonna have, these are your broad audiences. CPN, right? Those are people on the CPN. You've got people that have submitted the form that they're interested in investing, people that have talked to Brandon, and then you have people that are validated prospective partners.
Yeah.
Right. And so those are your broad groups. And so you would exclude those groups in any point of the process. So when I'm all the way back here at the top and like I'm looking at the people I want to target to the guidebooks, I want to make sure that none of them are in those broad groups already.
So, and then for the funnel page for the guidebook, I'm only collecting an email. I'm not asking questions. There's no other form. It's just no names. I should get a first name, last name, or just an email?
Yeah, I would. First name, last name, so that you have that inside of your email tool.
And basically, big color picture, maybe a summary of what they're going to see in this guidebook, picture of the guidebook, boom, and then download it. 2 spots up at the top, download, at the bottom, download, boom, and that's it. I could build that. I've become handy with my website building. I shall build that from scratch.
That's all you need.
So pixel, I was going to put a pixel on my blog site and a picture on my company site too, because a lot of people will go for my socials without following me, go check me out. You know what I mean? And still never follow me. Okay. Dude, I'm going to do this. This is my project now starting. I mean, I've already started this morning. I was organizing my videos and stuff. I got to get this going because it's like, I'm going to need months of just hardcore targeting and I'm going to spend the money and I'm just trying. And the funny thing is with wholesaling, you know how much to spend. That's an industry standard. People talk about it. They talk about your cost per lead, how many leads to how many dollars you spend. So it's like everyone knows if I spend this, I get this. There is no, to my knowledge, anybody saying in this capital raising, here's how much. At least they're not talking about it. Maybe in special mini groups they are. But I mean, I follow. And here's the thing of what you just, for anybody listening, what John just explained, no one's doing because I'm sure I piss a lot of people off who are trying to get a hold of me to invest with them, but I'm clicking like everybody's. Bro, I'm downloading ebooks because they're all garbage. And I was like, my ebook's going to be better. I'm downloading, like, I'm clicking their form, not submitting. I clicked forms and not submitted, and all I'm getting are the same ads. Nobody is doing specific retargeting ads to me. It's all the same. Like, I'll click a depreciation ad.
Yeah.
In mobile home park, fill out the form, see what their questions are, screenshot it, and then just X out. Yeah. And all I get again are the same forms. Not like, hey, weren't you interested in depreciation? Like you would think. And so that's what John's saying is like, you need to do that because you're going to catch their attention and they're going to be like,
me?
Well, yeah,
how'd you know?
Yeah. Oh, this guy's good.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you use the Facebook Conversions API for all of those main audiences.
What does that mean?
Because so when specifically Apple released updates, I don't remember which iOS it was 3 or so years ago, they don't allow cookie tracking the way it used to be. So Facebook no longer can determine when somebody fills out a form, for example. And that's why you want to use these native Facebook forms, because it circumnavigates that problem. But once they submit their email, they have no way of knowing that conversion happened. So basically you set it up and you can do it via Zapier that says when somebody has filled out the CPN, I send it back to Facebook as a conversion, and then it matches it up to the profile and the ads that they were on and make sure that they moved to the correct audience.
So I need Zapier to do this?
For the Facebook Conversions API, yes.
Okay. I might need to hit you up and figure that out. I'll figure it out. But I guess the first thing, if I'm talking steps, is go make my top of funnel videos because I have all the bottom funnel videos. I'm neglecting my top of funnel. Go make those videos and basically start. The easiest one I could start with is a CPN because I have to build the funnel pages for the guidebook. So I'll just start with CPN videos. And I'm not going to build out the rest of the audiences yet. First, I'm just going to focus on the CPN. Once I start getting some clicks, I'll start building audiences from there. You know what I mean? So that way I don't have to build it all at once. I'm going to do it in steps. So, all right. Build it while you fly. Don't get bogged down with trying to do it all at once and being perfect.
That's the way to do it. One step at a time.
This was helpful, man. I know it's the holiday season and everything, and we're all busy, but anyone who tuned in, this is great information, not just for buying mobile home parks, but for anything you're trying to build an audience for. This was a mini little class on it, so thank you very much, John. You made my life easier. You saved me hours of learning.
All for a short fee of nothing.
There you go.
Small
fee of becoming famous on our YouTube channel. Let's talk real estate and stuff. Click and follow. Comment below. We do this for you guys. As John said, we're not getting paid to talk about this stuff. We only do it for you guys. So
that's right. That's right. All right, guys. We'll see you in the new year. Happy holidays.
Lock and load.